Arm strike to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back fist position. Single back fist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4. Downward block to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upward block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Fighting stance to me. Jump. Snap kick to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. Raise the kick to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. Raise the kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. Charlie kick to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baksu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Roots. Here. Hello.
Well, that is the Kenya Tong Ilmodo team. And remember, just over a week ago, we brought them to the studio for them to talk to us about the Mombasa International Championship. And they are back in the studio because the Kenyan team swept the winners board, winning 23 gold medals, 22 silver and 30 bronze at the Mombasa International Tong Ilmodo Championship last weekend. Kenya won the medals both in the senior and junior categories of the event that brought together 12 countries from Africa and Asia to finish top of the medal table ahead of the Philippines, Thailand and Nigeria. Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya, led by its Education and Research Director, Agnes Mando, was on hand to educate the participants on the dangers of drug abuse. Now focus shifts to the World Martial Arts Peace Cup to be held in Brazil from October 23rd to November 5th. In studio to talk to us about Kenya's exploits are some of the medal winners, together with Tong Ilmodo President Clarence Mwakio and Secretary General Hilary Wanda. Guys, welcome back to our studio.
Thank you very much.
Just over a week ago, you guys were here to tell us about how prepared you are to compete in this international championship. And as we can see, 23 gold medals.
Yes.
And 22 silver, 30 bronze medals. As a Kenyan, I have to say congratulations, guys, for that performance. And seeing them here really makes us so proud of you guys. Karibu tena.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, we saw that the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya was represented there.
Yes.
They educated their athletes and competitors on the dangers of drug abuse. Is it a worrying trend also in the unified martial arts? Because we've heard about our Kenyan athletes, being accused of doing these things, though some have been nabbed, others have not. But what about martial arts? Is it an issue to be concerned?
In Tong Ilmodo, it is not an issue because we've never had a situation whereby any of our participants has been found with or tested and found with banned substances. But it is something we want to prevent before the game grows bigger and stakes become higher. Yes.
That's the president of the Kenya Tong Ilmodo Association, Clarence Mwakio. I don't know if you also took part. Did you fight in that tournament?
No, unfortunately, I was forced to retire early because of my position. But actually, my hope was basically to play up to maybe late 40s, but anyway.
He's accompanied by the Secretary General, that is Hilary Wanda.
Yes.
And I just hope that towards the end of this show, we'll have provoked them enough to fight. We are used to Federation officials fighting in the boardroom, but you guys can square it out here. Karibu sana, Hilary.
Thank you, viewers, and thank you, Toskin.
Yeah.
There's no need to fight, because when you fight, it means there are factions. So we don't, in fact, we don't fight in our competitions. We compete.
You compete?
Yes.
Great. That's competition.
Yes.
Yeah. About anti-doping agency, you know, coming, being part of Tong Ilmudu.
Yeah.
How important was it in your view?
Education is important because these substances they are there. Even where we are, they are not far away. So everywhere,
Not in
many training places, and many people who train, they have something they take before and after training.
Wow.
So it's a common thing. That's why the education is very important. Yeah.
How clean are our athletes, our fighters?
I believe they are 100% clean, unless there's something they're hiding. But the education is important because we always believe in do what you can with your own energy.
Yeah.
Don't try and supplement so that you can perform better. Yeah, play fairly to win fairly.
Did some of them, did ADAC test some of them, or what are the steps that you've put in place to ensure they are clean?
The education first is the first stage, and then making sure that, you know, doping is a serious offense, and even if you're doping and I'm here in your interview, I can be banned from competing in any competition, because we say I've doped by association. So hanging around someone who does it is also a crime. It's not just using it.
Yes.
Even hanging around or training with. Yes.
Tong Ilmudu Association countrywide, what are some of the programs that you are putting in place to ensure that our participants are clean?
One of the main things we do is basically proper training. Because you see, most of the athletes who are convinced to start doping, usually mainly because of their inability to compete. But with proper training, you'll definitely be able to win fairly and squarely. And then on the other side of it also is prevention is better than cure.
Sure.
The consequences of doping are not good to any aspiring athlete. And if you look at a promising player who, let's say, is 18 years old and is found to have doped, and you get banned for, let's say, 4 years. By the time the 4 years lapse, your career may be over, because we are in the industry of coming up with new talent, and after 4 years, if you had not been active, you will definitely not get a chance to compete any further. Tong Ilmudu is highly competitive, and if you get derailed even for 1 year, it will cost you. Then another thing is we make sure that they get enough education and practice it. Then in part of our training also we have character education, which is very important to the martial arts, which guides them towards enriching their character so that they're inclined towards living a morally upright life. So that helps them.
Let's talk about Mombasa International Tong Ilmudu Championship.
Yes.
I saw there's so many countries, 12 of them coming.
Yes.
What are the successes of this tournament?
The success this time, number one, on the organization side, I can say we managed to organize the most organized competition. It was a world class. It was, I think we are at the level of Olympics. Yes. And number two, also our fighters, our team proved to us that the training programs we've held during the week, inviting international instructors to come and help us with grappling techniques, they've bore fruit. Yes.
What are other successes?
One I would say, like the national team has maintained its status as the top team as far as Mombasa Open is concerned, and also globally. As you know, Kenya Tong Ilmudu Federation national team is ranked amongst the top 3 countries in the world. And you saw Thailand and Philippines defeated by the national team. So that is one major success. And as my colleague mentioned, our standards are so far, with my many years' experience in international tournaments, this year's Mombasa Open Tong Ilmudu International Martial Arts Championship was top-notch. We've gone to international tournaments, and I think the event which will be closer to the standard we had this year is the last year's tournament we attended in Korea, which was heavily funded by the government, and they've also been doing the event for many years. So we believe from next year we'll be operating at the same level with them.
I've seen you've come with the senior competitors.
Yes.
But I saw also the youngsters won several medals. I don't know. Can we have the two of them show us what they are made of? I can see there's a medal here.
Yeah.
I don't know who won this. That is
Peter and
Peter?
Njuguna. Yeah, Peter
This Peter
won
Njuguna?
a silver in
This is
heavyweight.
silver?
Yes.
You lost to who? Which country?
To a Kenyan.
To a Kenyan.
Yes.
You go to the final. Can you show us what you showed the rest of the world over the weekend? Let's see what's happening there. Are there rules, first of all, to be followed here?
Yeah, there are rules.
Because maybe the viewers have to understand what it's all about. What are some of the rules before they kick it off?
Rule number one, there is no hitting below the belt. That's mainly for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Of course, we always have safety gear to the groin area and all that, but there's no hitting below the leg, below the belt. But you can hit on the thigh. If you hit behind the thigh and someone goes down, you get 1 point.
How?
That if you just explain. If I do that and it goes down totally to the ground, you get 1 point. So if you just kick and doesn't move, no point.
No point.
So if I kick him to the head, I get 2 points.
If you successfully get
get to the head. If I kick him to the midsection area of the body, 1 point. If I kick him while airborne, I get 2 points. And if I kick to the head while airborne, I get 3 points. If I give him a direct punch to the midsection of the body, I get 1 point. But if I kick while I punch him while airborne, I get 2 points. Then the beauty of Tong Il-Mudo
So the umpire should really be focused.
Yes, they have to be really focused. Yeah. And the good thing also is we've also incorporated the automated scoring system, so it's all computerized.
Okay.
So all the judges and referees, they have pads which they use. They have scoring pads which they use to amass the points. So if I grab him like this, foot forward, and take him down,
like
that way, with one of his foot on the ground, I get 1 point for that. But if I go on and probably lock him, I'll amass 2 more extra points. Then get 3 points. But I can make it better if I throw him with both feet on the ground, take him down, and lock him. That way, I'll be able to get 4 points. So if I take him down with both of his feet
we're talking about Tong Il-Mudo as a unified martial arts now. I saw you began by hitting while you guys were standing. But now you've taken him down.
Yes.
What is that? Is that judo?
That's the judo part. And the lock part is in Tai Chi and also Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, so all those techniques from different arts will be visible when someone is doing sparring.
Can we have them? Can we have them?
Yes, please.
Are you just sparring or you want to kick? Because I don't know if we
sparring
have
safety. No, you are safe, my friend.
Are we safe? Are the cameras also safe? Okay, let's go ahead and see what happens. Yeah.
Come on. Baru. Fighting stance. Stick.
So you are.
So that's a point to Peter.
That's a point. Okay.
Yeah, a point to Evans also. You can see his footprint is on the chest. One, nothing. Almost nothing. Again, if you hit and there's no reaction, you don't get a point. Yes.
So reaction from who?
Reaction from whoever's been hit. Now that's the struggle. Good. So that's 1 point for taking him down. If he pins him down for 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets 3 points. If he taps out, he wins the game.
He wins the game.
Yes.
Yes. What about the ladies? Can they show us something, what they are made of?
Of course.
Hey, karibuni sana. Yeah. This is who and who?
This is Jacqueline and Ruth.
Jacqueline?
And Ruth.
And Ruth.
Yes.
Karibu sana. Let's see. Let's go. Now I'm the umpire. Who's the umpire? Okay.
Okay,
take
Chirut.
over.
Kinge. Fight stance. Shijak.
Wow.
Break. I continue.
Uh-huh. Oh.
So I give a
point,
point to both, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. So the beauty of the electronic system is
Yes.
it helps you capture all points because the system is very fast.
Yeah. Let's talk about. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you.
Guys. Let's talk about the future of the sport because we are winding up. We don't have much time.
Yes.
The future of Tong Ilmuru, the future of unified martial arts. Do we have a future? Is this a sport that Kenyans can embrace, just like we've done with the rugby, football, volleyball?
Well, I can say in this current office led by Master Clarence, we've managed to bring a lot. We have all the devices we need to ensure that we are safe when we are competing. We have the tatami mats, we have the protective device, and now we have the electronic scoring device. Now, the electronic scoring device brings about justice and fairness in competition because there are four...
But someone is behind that machine operating.
Yes, that's where I'm getting to.
Yeah.
There are four judges at the end of every corner when people are competing. So if I feel you have scored a point and I press alone, you will not get that point. But if we press three of us, you will get the point. So that's how it helps us with fairness.
Okay.
Yeah, because before it was a manual system where if I feel you've scored, I just write it down, and then at the end of the round, I give it. And then again with the electronic scoring, whatever score you get is displayed there and then. So a participant can know by going around and watching how far he is behind or how far he is in front.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have just told us that the next edition will be in Brazil. That is Goiás in Brazil, right from October 27th through to November 5th. And as KTN, we've always, brought to you the guys we believe that have made this country proud. I don't know if you guys are ready to go to Brazil, and what are the preparations as we wind up?
Yeah, the Kenya team is very ready to go to Brazil. Just last week we had a very good meeting with the Principal Secretary of Sports, and the ministry, through also the Cabinet Secretary of Sports, assured us that we'll get full support for the team to be able to go and compete in Brazil. So the team is ready. We're just going to have a camp to prepare them and sharpen them well, and we'll be set to go.
Are the juniors you expect to take them to Brazil, or is only the senior team?
Yeah, they are juniors.
Yes,
they are juniors. Yeah.
Because when you mention about the Ministry of Sports, so many people have roasted the Cabinet Secretary for Sports for not helping in this sport, but it looks like Tong Ilmuru has found a favor with the sports ministry.
Actually, we can say we've earned it because we made sure that our organization is very organized and everything we do is above board. And so far, the support we've gotten, which has really helped us improve the standards of the game from the Ministry of Sports, Culture and the Arts, has enabled us to have a conducive environment for our athletes and officials to make the game better.
Thank you very much. That is Clarence Makio, the Kenya Tong Ilmuru Association President, who came along with the Secretary General Hilary Wanda and 4 other participants. But of course, we have our own Mike Gitonga, who is in love with this sport, but then we are going to give him a lady just to show him 1 or 2 things, if he can be. Karibu sana, and maybe say hi to the participants.
I think I'll say hi from a distance. looking at the combative nature of the 2 ladies, let me just stick to this side. But maybe just to find out, this is something that one can do, not necessarily just for competitive sport, but even for fitness?
Yes, definitely. It's very good for fitness, and the beauty of Tong Ilmuru is also you can train from as young as 4 years old, and as old as over 80 years old because of the circular motion part.
Wow. Yes. Fantastic. And congratulations are in order.
Thank you.
Those are definitely two ladies I would not want to
Not
find.
just congratulating. You've got to shake one of their hands, you know, and feel the power.
And feel the power behind that. I'll do that as we wind up. But allow me to invite Michelle also to just come and give us some feedback as we wind up the show. And this is also on the question that we had asked this morning as to whether you feel the amendments that have been proposed are likely to give us a more fair election come the 26th, if at all we're going to have the election.
Absolutely, and so many minds are weighing in on this this morning. So the question was, are you convinced that the proposed changes to the electoral law will restore credibility in the election process? So many of you, of course, are weighing in on this, and Kado itself says no. In 2007, Kibaki singularly appointed 3 new commissioners to the ECK. They botched the election, and we ended up in post-election violence. We have Son of Creativity here saying these are the laws that brought chaos during the 2007-2008 post-election violence. Does the government know this? We also have Beth Ida saying here, I'm afraid of many innocent returning officers who will be arrested. IBC will change the forms and shift blame to the returning officers. And so many thoughts are coming in on this, something we'll continue discussing even on social media. Remember, the hashtag is Morning Express KTN. Many thanks for weighing in on the conversation this morning. Many thanks for being part of the show for the past 4 hours. For now, we close the show. My name is Michelle Ngele.
My name is Michael Gitonga with Robin Toskin here, and I still feel he wants me to. I'll go shake their hands. I'll shake their hands.
The lady here,
and
I thought
feel the power behind.
You would fight
but with Michelle.
Michelle.
Wait, you meant to fight?
Michelle
No,
here,
no,
maybe.
competing, just, it's not a fight.
Okay.
Can you feel the gas?
You need to shake their hands, absolutely. Congratulations, guys, for the award and for everything else. And thank you for being here today. All right.
All right, and that's where we wind up the show. Thank you so much for joining us. But do stay with us on KTN News. We have a news center coming up in just a bit. Do have yourselves a wonderful day. My name is Michael Gitonga.